Krishna, everyone. A very warm welcome back again to our ongoing series on the glories of our beloved Sri Vrindavan Dham. Today I'm addressing you from San Francisco, California, United States of America. But my heart is with all the devotees and the people in the great country of Ukraine at a very trying time for everyone. So, Hare Krishna. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nivishesha Shunyavadi Pasticha Deshatarne. So, we're continuing with our study of the summer season in Vrindavan. The summer season is one of the 6 seasons that exist simultaneously in Sri Vrindavan Dham. A question may be raised here that if all the 6 seasons exist at the same time, wouldn't they clash with each other? I mean, you would have hot weather in December, you would have cold weather in the summer. So how is it they exist simultaneously? Well, the answer is very simple. Mother Purnamasi, Yogamaya, who arranges all the pastimes of Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan, she arranges that each season exists separately in a different forest. And so the divine couple, as part of their pastimes, they simply walk from one forest to another, enjoying the unique features of each of the 6 seasons. As we've stated a number of times, the joy of monsoon, the pleasure of autumn, the satisfaction of winter, the happiness of the dewy season, the beauty of spring, and the auspicious season of summer, which we're discussing now. For example, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains in his Krishna Bhavanamrita that when Radha and Krishna want to refresh themselves after a blissful day of pastimes, they hurry to a particular forest called the joy of summer. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that this forest is full of blooming shirisha flowers, and very thick clusters of patali and kutaja flowers. And after entering this forest, he says, Radha and Krishna sit in a pleasant spot where there's a cooling breeze, and they refresh their bodies, which have become, he uses the word faded, from the fatigue of walking all day long. And at this point, Vishwanath goes into beautiful detail, writing as follows, quote, "The water birds call out blissfully to the clouds and flap their wings to form a canopy to block the rays of the sun. Countless flocks of swans, cranes, and egrets continuously glide over the gentle waves of Radhakund, while the goddess of the forest, whose name is Vanalakshmi, who is, he describes, dear to all the seasons, serves Krishna by her beauty, while decorating herself with flower blossoms of summer." A very beautiful insight. And I was reading in Krishna Bhavanamrita, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur mentions another very interesting fact about these 6 seasons in Vrindavan. It's really interesting. He writes that Vrindavan's bees, the bees, drink honey from various flowers that grow in the different seasons. In other words, in each season there's unique flowers that grow. And the bees, they like to go to all these different forests where these seasons are existing simultaneously and drink honey from the flowers that grow in that season. I'll quote him here. Quote, "Krishna said, 'My dear Sri Radha, just look at the great festival of young bees by your pond, Radhakund. In the spring, they drink the honey from the blooming new malika flowers. In the summer, they drink from the soft jasmine flowers. In the monsoon, from the utika flowers. And in autumn, from lotus flowers. In the Hemanta season, they drink from the Kurantaka flowers. And in winter, they drink from the best of the Kunda's vines. Now, the medieval Vaishnav poet Kishori Das shares a wonderful summer pastime of Krishna's early childhood in his book called Bal Leela, meaning Krishna's early childhood pastimes. And I was studying this book. It's very, very beautiful. He writes there that one year when spring ended and the heat of summer came very quickly. I've experienced that here in India. As soon as spring finishes, it's not that, summer takes some time to come on like it does in the West. June, then July and August are really hot. Summer just comes on really fast. So one year when the spring ended and the heat of summer suddenly arrived, Mother Yasoda's servants, on her request, put the following items in a small kund where Mother Yasoda planned to bathe baby Krishna to cool him down. So in that kund, they put sandalwood paste, the juice of the banana tree trunk. They put in jamnini fish. Had to look that up. Jamnini fish. These are small, very small fish that make bubbles from their mouths while in the water. So, the bubbly water makes Krishna refreshed. So it comes naturally, not from some electrical pump like nowadays in a bath, but from these little fish. The bubbles come from their mouths. And her servants placed a guru smoke nearby for drying Krishna's hair after the bath. So then he goes on to describe, overwhelmed by motherly love, Mother Yasoda took Krishna in her arms and started kissing his cheeks, as mothers do. And as she started kissing his cheeks, Krishna began laughing and laughing and laughing. So Mother Yasoda, she said, "Oh, my darling little son, what makes you laugh so much? I always kiss you, but you don't laugh. So why are you laughing today?" So Krishna answered, "Maya, I laugh because the color of my cheeks are red as a result of playing holy during spring." Remember, we talked all about the holy pastime, throwing colors, of which red is the most prominent. So the color of my cheeks are red as a result of playing holy, which, spring just finished. And those red colors stick to your lips when you kiss me, and it looks so funny. Your lips are all bright red. So hearing Krishna's reply, Mother Yasoda also began laughing. So the poet Kishore Das, he says, thus they found themselves lost in the happiness of Vatsalya Ras. Vatsalya Ras. And he continues to write that when Mother Yasoda noticed that there were color stains, all over Krishna's body, she, who the poet describes as the deity of innocence, Mother Yasoda, the deity of innocence, she took Krishna to this special kund, which had been prepared by her servants, and put him in the kund and started rubbing his body with a dough made of white rice and turmeric powder, white rice and turmeric powder. And in order to remove all these stains, from playing holy in springtime. But try as hard as she could, she was unsuccessful in removing even one stain from the colors of holy on his body. So finally, after some time, tired and exhausted, she exclaimed, "These stains are not going away. What do I do?" So the poet Kishore Das, he writes, little Krishna spoke to his mother in broken words, saying, "Maya, they say that these are the color stains of love. They say that these are the color stains of love." And hearing these words of Krishna, a gopi who was standing there holding an umbrella over Mother Yasoda and baby Krishna, she said, "Oh, Mother Yasoda, your Lala speaks such deep philosophy at such an age?" And with that, all the other gopis, they all started laughing. So at this point, Mother Yasoda again tried to remove all these different color stains on Krishna's body, but again she was unsuccessful. So, little Krishna smiling, he said, Maya, I told you, these are the stains of love, and they cannot be removed so easily. You can't remove them so easily. These stains of love will only go away with the water of love. With the water of love. So how is that? Well, the poet goes on to explain. Just at that moment, due to the hot summer weather, a drop of perspiration fell from Mother Yasoda's forehead onto Krishna's chest. And as it did so, all the color stains on Krishna's body vanished immediately. The water of love from his mother. Such is Vatsalya Ras. So Kishori Das, he says, that happened as a piece of camphor disappears by coming in contact with fresh air. Then Mother Yasoda, she took Krishna from the kund, dried his body with a silk cloth, and then he describes, she dried his curly hair with the aguru smoke. I've never seen that in India. This is something that's been lost with time. She dried his hair with the smoke from the aguru wood. And then she took Krishna to his room. It was time to go to sleep, and placed him in a bed made of pure sandalwood, and covered him with the pure white silk bed sheet. All these details of love. Now, Kishori Das, he describes that throughout Krishna's room, well, he describes the room in many details, but I noted that he writes there were many fountains of rose water. Wow, fountains of rose water. And seeing the flowing water reflected in a mirror on the wall, Krishna stood up on his little feet in bed, wanting to see his image in the mirror. But because the water was flowing in the reflection, his image in the mirror was not clear. So baby Krishna became irritated, and he fell back into his mother's lap and started sucking his big toe. Now, one acharya comments as follows, quote, "The Lord, who sleeps on Ananta Shesha, is now sleeping on Mother Yasoda's lap, where his throne is the chest of Mother Yasoda. His chhatra, umbrella, is Mother Yasoda's eyelashes. His chamara and peacock fan are Mother Yasoda's hair. And his two gatekeepers are the two hands of Mother Yasoda." Then that acharya concludes, "Krishna, who feeds everyone and satisfies everyone with his loving pastimes, is now drinking his own confidential rasa from his big toe." Hare Krishna. We must thank all these poets. Then, as Krishna started to fall asleep, he said, "Maya, why is it so hot today?" Because, summer just started. So, why is it so hot today? It's very interesting, Mother Yasoda's reply. She replied, "My dear son, there are 6 reasons why it is so hot in summer in Sri Vrindavan Dham. The first reason is because the Brajabasis burn Holika each year. Remember we told that pastime. Holika is Hiranyakashipu's sister. We told that pastime, and she sat with Prahlad in the burning fire. And she didn't survive, but Prahlad did. So the first reason is because the Brajabasis, every year, they burn an effigy of Holika. Therefore, the air becomes exceedingly hot. Then she went on, the second reason is because the sun god comes to see his daughter Jamuna in the summertime. And he's riding on 7 horses, which represent the 7 days of the week. So every day of the week, there's no respite. It's hot, hot, hot. Then she said, the third reason that Vrindavan is so hot in the summer is because the cowherd boys go to the forest to herd the cows each day, and because their mothers worry so much about them, about their sons, their anxiety makes the entire atmosphere of Vrindavan very hot. Then she said, to Krishna. The fourth reason is because lovers become separated in the summer season because it's so hot you can't go outside. And that separation between these lovers is so intense, it makes the weather very hot. Then she told her little Lala, the fifth reason is that after Shivaratri, which we know takes place in the spring season, Lord Shiva, he opens up his third eye, which causes the hot weather of the summer. Now, after hearing all these reasons as to why summer is so hot in Vrindavan, Krishna's eyes became very large in amazement. And he asked, Maya, what is the sixth reason, the last reason that it's so hot? So I like this answer. Mother Yasoda answered, O Lala, summer becomes so hot because Lord Nrsimhadeva appeared during summertime. Lord Nrsimhadeva appeared in the summertime. And because of his fury, he alone created the heat of summer. Wow. So finally, Krishna asked Mother Yasoda, Maya, who is Lord Nrsimha? So Mother Yasoda replied, oh, he is half man, half lion, who kills the asuras and then crushes them with his sharp nails. Now, while Krishna was listening to this description of Nrsimhadeva and his pastimes, his eyes became even bigger. And the poet says his hair stood on end, and he started feeling fearful. So noting that Krishna was scared while listening to about his own furious form, Mother Yasoda continued, saying, but, Lala, in becoming so ferocious, he protected his little devotee Prahlad, who was just a child, just like you, my darling baby, so have no fear. Then placing Krishna in her lap, both she and Krishna, the poet describes, fell into a deep, blissful sleep. Yogamaya. Hare Krishna. Summer pastimes ki jai. So we'll finish today with a relevant verse from Padyavali, one of my favorite books, by Sri Rupa Goswami, wherein he writes, actually, it's a conversation between Mother Yasoda and baby Krishna at bedtime. So she speaks first. O my rising dark moon, my child, you are not yet asleep? So Krishna says, no, Maya, sleep has not yet come to me. So she says, then listen, my son, I will tell you a bedtime story that will make you fall asleep very quickly. So Krishna says, and what is the story? I've never heard. Please tell it. Mother Yasoda then told the story. When she came to the sentences, then Lord Nrsimhadeva appeared from the pillar, and he was very eager to kill the demon. A smile suddenly arose on child Krishna's lips. This is how Rupa Goswami finishes the stanza. A smile suddenly arose on child Krishna's lips, remembering his pastime as Nrsimhadeva. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Summertime. And as in the other seasons we've already described, we have more pastimes. We'll research them, relish them, and share them all with you in the next few classes. So see you in a couple days. All glories to Shri Prabhupada. Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Shri Shri Krishna Balaram ki, Shri Shri Radha Shama Sundar ki, Vrindavaneshwari Srimati Radharani ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Shri Mayapur Dhama ki, Bhagavan Nrsimhadeva, the protector of his devotees ki, Lord Nrsimhadeva, please protect the devotees in Ukraine ki, Gaura Premanandi, Jai Jai Sisi Radhe Sham. Hare Krishna. See you soon.